This is CBC Windsor News. I'm Jennifer LaGrassa. Thanks for joining us. There will be a new face joining Windsor's City Council. West End residents have voted in a social housing advocate. Chris Ensing has more.
West End voters have decided who Windsor's newest councillor will be. Nonprofit and affordable housing consultant Fraser Fathers has won the Ward 2 by-election in convincing fashion.
I'm overwhelmed with the response tonight.
Fathers beat a crowded field, winning about 47% of the votes. He replaces Fabio Costante, who resigned this summer to head the Windsor-Essex Community Housing Corporation. Fathers says voters wanted someone who lives in the ward. With a year before the next general election, he's focusing on quick wins in the West End.
Whether that is a speed bump on a road or, a minor improvement in a park or, just painting the lines on a side, getting a sidewalk replaced, painting the lines on a street, those little things, those are the things that a lot of folks see their quality of life change when those little things occur. And so focusing on that is really going to be a focus and being there for the residents.
Fathers will also make decisions on city-wide problems, like the future of Sandpoint Beach, a potential city-wide rental licensing program, and if the city should outsource 311 operations. He'll also vote on the upcoming budget, with Mayor Drew Dilkins saying he wants to see a city budget without a tax hike.
I think it's about, okay, there's a framework to work there, and where is there areas to compromise and understand, okay, the mayor has a goal. Is there some wiggle room in that goal?
Voter turnout was low once again. More people were able to cast a ballot in this election compared to the last one, but there was about 1,000 fewer voters who actually cast a ballot. Chris Ensing, CBC News, Windsor.
It could be days before the full extent of Hurricane Melissa's devastation becomes clear in Jamaica. It slammed into the Caribbean nation as a powerful Category 5 storm and left a trail of destruction in its wake. CBC's Chris Reyes reports.
As Hurricane Melissa made landfall on Jamaica's southwestern coast, the images were terrifying, and so were the warnings.
It will cause catastrophic damage, life-threatening damage. There is very little that can stop a Category 5 hurricane.
Let's not romanticize this, right? This is 175 mile an hour sustained winds, a 17-foot storm surge, and 30 to 40 inches of rainfall in parts of the country. There will be flooding and there will be infrastructure damage. We have 70% of our population living within 5 kilometers of the sea in generally low-lying areas, so the risk of flood is extreme.
At Category 5, Hurricane Melissa is the strongest storm to hit the island in 174 years. It made landfall just after 1 p.m. Eastern Tuesday. The satellite image shows the eye of the storm moving over the island, affecting a population of 2.8 million people.
We're getting videos and pictures of severely damaged public infrastructure, hospitals, places of safety. Homes are inundated and flooded. So it is having the effect that was projected.
Already, there are reports of widespread power and internet outages, as well as storm surge, flooding bridges. St. Elizabeth Parish on Jamaica's southwest coast took a direct hit. Before the impact, officials issued this advisory.
Everybody in Jamaica needs to be in their safe place. Stay indoors. Do not go out when the eye crosses over. There will be a period of relative calm, but with the forward speed increasing and the very small size of the eye, winds will pick up.
The United Nations is prepping to airlift supplies into Jamaica with 2,000 kits ready to go as soon as airports reopen, according to officials.
Hurricane Melissa weakened slightly to a Category 4 storm as it passed over the island nation and heading north, where Cuba is bracing for a hit. Chris Reyes, CBC News, New York.
Windsor might be more than 2,500 kilometers distance from Jamaica, but Hurricane Melissa hits close to home for Sandra Smith. She owns Grandmama Delight, a Jamaican bakery in Windsor's Pilette Village, and she's asking community members to keep Jamaica in their thoughts.
I love Jamaica, and I'm sorry for the devastation that we're going to face. It's a God-fearing country, and my prayers are with them, and everybody just keep praying. I think a lot of people are going to be, they're in over their heads.
Officials have warned that Jamaica's infrastructure cannot withstand Hurricane Melissa, but it's not the first time the Caribbean country has endured a devastating storm. Smith and her family were on the island last year when Jamaica was brushed by Category 4 Hurricane Beryl. Chris Ham, Smith's nephew, says it was an unforgettable experience.
We were there for a week with no power, no nothing, up in the hills there too. Right in the Caribbean, right in the pathway of all hurricanes, basically. So, but this one just hit direct this time.
Vernon Strahan, vice president of the Windsor-Essex Caribbean Association, says Jamaican Canadians in our region are bracing for bad news from Hurricane Melissa.
Everyone's on the edge of their seat. Everyone's on the edge of their seat. They're just, sitting there anticipating and watching. Oh, now there's no more communications either because all the phone lines down there, the towers are all gone.
It's still too early to tell how much damage Melissa will do to Jamaica, but Suzanne Smith Black believes international charitable efforts will be needed.
We do get together when the needs arise. Like in time of crisis, we'll get together. We're a proud people, we're resilient people. We don't beg, but if aid is offered, we'll accept it. And I'm asking everybody to put up a prayer for Jamaica.
Dawson Chen, CBC News, Windsor.
Colette Kennedy is here. Colette, a lot of people watching that hurricane in Jamaica. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we'll get to the latest in terms of what's happening here. Now, you got some of this from Chris Reyes's report there, but you can see how the eye, as it was crossing there around 1 p.m. and heading over western parts of the island, it nearly disappears in terms of having that visual with the interaction with the landmass. It comes back out as it moves out over water, those warm waters. It will start to take shape once again, although it has, of course, been downgraded to a Category 4. That is still a major hurricane. So those current winds, they were up at 300 kilometers per hour. The sustained winds now at 230 kilometers per hour. It's tracking to the north-northeast at about 13K. And so at that path later on tonight, it does take it across Cuba, eastern sections of Cuba. And then as a Category 3, still a major hurricane, it will be pressing as we move towards Wednesday into Thursday towards the central and eastern Bahamas. And then after that, it still has a chance of coming very close to having an impact on Bermuda. But of course, for right now, concentration all on Jamaica because of the slow movement. That means the rain, that significant rain, 750 millimeters to 1,000, and those winds all on that island nation.
Okay, thanks, Colette. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Amherstburg is looking for a new town hall location. One place it won't be, the old General Amherst High School. Staff recommended putting it there, but the price tag was too high for some on council.
I don't think right now, at a cost of 20+ million, it's something that we should be pursuing. Not saying that this concept is unattractive. I think there's a lot of very exciting aspects about it. But right now, at this point in time, it's not one that I would pursue, and I would be interested in learning more about the other options presented.
After more than 3 hours and many delegations from residents, council voted to look at other options. Now, those include renovating the current town hall, constructing a totally new building on a different plot of land, or putting the town hall with the Libro Recreation Center. Reports done by town staff say a new town hall is needed to keep up with their growing population. The town's mayor says he's disappointed with the direction councilors chose.
I don't think this makes good economic sense, and I can't support it. I know what's being proposed tonight appears to be going down the tubes, and so be it. That's council's decision. But going forward, what is being suggested is not a good idea. This motion is not a good idea.
It's now Game 4 of the World Series, with the LA Dodgers now leading the series 2-1. The Toronto Blue Jays are hoping to turn the page after Monday night's heartbreaking loss in a marathon 18-inning game. Jamie Strassen has the latest from Los Angeles.
11:50 in Los Angeles.
As the clock approached midnight, Freddie Freeman did what nobody else was able to do.
High fly to center.
End a game that will be forever remembered.
Every pitch means something in the World Series and in the playoffs, so I think we're all emotionally and mentally drained.
For the Dodgers, pure joy after surviving the 6-hour and 39-minute marathon, the second longest game in World Series history. For the Jays, a feeling of what might have been.
This one will sting tonight, don't get me wrong. You wouldn't be human if it didn't.
But no sense that Game 3 will define this series.
The Dodgers didn't win the World Series today. They won a game. You know what I mean? And these guys are going to be ready to go tomorrow.
Nothing like a 14th inning stretch. And that's
This wild game that saw 19 pitchers take the mound and 130 at-bats went on and on and on.
Or how about when he wakes up? Yeah, been asleep for 9 innings.
And had a little bit of everything. Sparkling defense.
Barger's throw to the plate. Got it! Hit down the line, a fair ball.
Dramatic plays at the plate.
The throw is offline, and he is safe.
And yet another jaw-dropping performance by Japanese legend Shohei Ohtani, who hit a dramatic game-tying home run and reached base 9, that's right, 9 times, a World Series record. Oh, and by the way, he's the Dodgers' starting pitcher in Game 4.
That game set to be played here at Dodger Stadium, where temperatures are set to soar over 30 degrees. You would think both teams are exhausted. Not likely, this expert says.
I'd be surprised if the athletes weren't more energized by having gone through this. This is a career-defining game that they experienced last night.
The good news for Jays fans nursing a baseball hangover from last night, a win today evens up the series. Hopefully, it won't take as long. Jamie Strachan, CBC News, Los Angeles.
Watching and cheering for your favorite sports team can come with stress and anxiety. Just ask Jays fans who endured the ups and downs of Monday's epic World Series game. CBC's Jennifer Yoon visited a group watching the game, along with a cardiologist, to monitor their vital signs.
And a curveball hit high and deep.
When your team is teetering on the edge of victory, euphoria and despair often come hand in hand.
And the game is tied.
All that suspense has an impact on your body.
That was insane!
This Toronto cardiologist is measuring just how much while watching Game 3 of the World Series.
His heart rate nearly doubled. Back down.
And there's a good reason why.
Your adrenaline, which is one of your stress hormones, your cortisol, those are going up. Also, your testosterone starts to climb, and those will all have effects on the heart rate and on the blood pressure.
Sports fans of all different stripes appear to feel that stress. One study used heart monitors to track Habs fans as they watched a game. It found those watching had heart rate increases similar to doing a strenuous or moderate workout. Another study tracked heart emergencies in German soccer fans during the World Cup. It found the number of heart attacks more than doubled on game days, especially among men with known coronary heart disease.
We physiologically can't tell the difference between a pitcher-hitter battle for a team that we love and a real threat from our environment.
This scientist thinks there's a psychological effect at play here too.
When we care a lot about our team, we experience something called identity fusion. You feel as if you are part of the game.
How's your heart?
I think it's holding up okay, but the heart rate's definitely increasing.
They're both out?
For most fans, the thrill of the game won't cause serious health issues, but those with underlying heart conditions should watch out for other symptoms like chest pain.
That's not normal, even with excitement.
Yes!
Still, enjoying the game can be good for you too.
It's going to spike your dopamine if your team wins. It's going to bring you closer in terms of your social connection to your friends.
And worth the emotional roller coaster. Jennifer Yoon, CBC News, Toronto.
Tech giant Amazon says it will cut 14,000 corporate jobs from its operations around the world. The company says it wants to reduce operational layers to limit costs as it increases investments in AI. At the end of last year, Amazon had more than 1.5 million full-time and part-time employees. Out of that total, its corporate workforce was roughly 350,000. Amazon has been carrying out job cuts in its books, devices, and services divisions in recent months. A look outside there. We had another sunny fall day. We've got more news coming up, so stay with us. Welcome back. Prime Minister Mark Carney is traveling across Asia this week, where he's trying to diversify Canada's trading partners. But it's Ottawa's strained relationship with our oldest and closest economic ally that's overshadowing talks there and dominating concern here at home. Rafi Boudjikanian has more.
While Prime Minister Mark Carney is in Singapore trying to sell Canada as an ideal trading partner for Southeast Asia, Canada's actual biggest trading partner continues to ignore him. The White House stopped trade talks with Ottawa last week. U.S. President Donald Trump upset over that Ontario TV ad, which shows part of a speech by former President Ronald Reagan criticizing the idea of tariffs. Ontario has since pulled the ad, but Premier Doug Ford has defended it and said Carney should hardly have been surprised by its use.
He saw the ad before I put it out, so did his chief of staff. They both saw it, and we moved forward on it.
Carney and Trump are on parallel pit stops between two major summits in Asia, while Carney is here trying to meet with officials of a private equity firm as well as Singapore's massive port authority to get them to invest more into Canada. Trump is in Japan, where he met the country's new prime minister and signed a framework agreement on rare earths and critical minerals. Canada also had its eye on Tokyo during this trip, but Japan said it could not fit in two state visits right after an election, according to Canadian government officials. However, Canada's ambassador to Japan says that should hardly be interpreted as a snub.
We were at ASEAN for the full 2 days. We're here in Singapore. We're going to APEC. And, we'll have lots of opportunities to do a full, comprehensive bilateral visit to Japan.
Carney heads to South Korea on Wednesday ahead of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, where Trump is also expected to be in attendance. Rafi Boudjikanian, CBC News, Singapore.
Donald Trump is set to meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the APEC summit Thursday. Many analysts believe the trade and tech war unfolding between the U.S. and China is really about who will control the development of artificial intelligence. As Chris Brown reports, Taiwan makes the bulk of advanced chips for AI databases, and for the island nation, the stakes couldn't be higher.
This science park south of Taipei is devoted to making some of the most delicate and expensive technology on the planet. The microchips that facilitate artificial intelligence, phones, and almost everything else we use.
Taiwan is the leader of the world's semiconductor industry, and it especially dominates in the manufacture of high-end chips, with one company, TSMC, holding 90% of the global market.
It's an astonishing accomplishment for a small island that most of the world doesn't even recognize as a country. And people here are proud of that success. We don't have to worry too much now that people don't care about us, said 21-year-old college student Amy Lin. We have wafers, microchips, so we have something to negotiate with others. And Taiwan is flexing its new economic muscles, threatening South Africa with export controls over a diplomatic dispute, and standing up to U.S. demands to move half of its chip-making business there.
You cannot ignore Taiwan anymore.
Analyst Jeremy Chan says advanced chip technology, especially for AI, is very expensive and has taken years for Taiwan's engineers to refine.
So it become very, very efficient. I think only Taiwan can achieve this kind of standard of efficiency.
But China is trying. Min Wu of Macronix, a pioneer of chip production in Taiwan, says he believes with its huge resources, China's industry is catching up.
My guess, they are very close now. They are very close.
Taiwan faces an existential threat, though, from China, which has vowed to reclaim the island by force if necessary. So analysts say for Taiwan's government, the challenge is in deciding how to turn its success with chips into political leverage. Chris Brown, CBC News, Hsinchu, Taiwan.
We've got more weather coming up, so stay with us. Colette Kennedy is back with us. Colette, it is Game 4 of the World Series tonight in LA. So what are they playing in? What is it looking like?
Yeah, so the unusual thing tonight, because of course everything was unusual about last night's game except for the weather, that was typical. Well, let's hope the only unusual thing tonight is the weather itself, and that's because in Los Angeles they are in a heat advisory for today and for tomorrow. In fact, we're talking about record-setting heat. It was 34 degrees a little earlier, still at 8 p.m. our time. 5 p.m. their time for that first pitch. It's still going to be about 29 to 30 degrees. Now, with that kind of heat, the ball may travel a little farther because the cooler air is a little denser, so there's more obstacles, a little less when you get the expanded molecules there, and so maybe let's hope we see some good things and good results for the Jays. I was up a little late last night, so I might need a little bit of a break here from you. 11 degrees in terms of what we're talking about with our current temperature, and those winds. These are the sustained winds, okay? They're strong enough, over 25 kilometers an hour, but some of the gusts earlier have been over 50, and we're getting that with that easterly flow, so areas closer to the lake, you can also get that cloud deck that develops. Otherwise, it's been high pressure that's giving us clear skies and sunshine and clear skies through the overnight hours. A little batch of cloud, though, coming through about midday tomorrow, so I have added some increasing cloudiness, but then it kind of recedes again. That's for tomorrow afternoon. Then tomorrow overnight and into Thursday, we get this area of low pressure as it comes through. That's giving us more of a widespread and kind of soaking rain as we go through Thursday. Now, some of this in light precipitation does kind of stick around Thursday night into Friday, and I know Friday's a very important day because that is Halloween, but our chances for the actual rain showers diminish through the day on Friday, that by the time we get to Friday evening, I think we'll be talking about the cloud cover and much lighter precipitation through here. This is even on Friday morning. Some of the more significant stuff is going to be a little further to the east. So hopefully dry for our trick-or-treaters. 15 to perhaps 25 or even 30 millimeters of rain. That's what I'm talking about with a soaking rain. Overnight tonight, though, it's 4 degrees. A nice day tomorrow, 13 ahead of that storm. And then Thursday, 11. There you go. How about 12 degrees? Now, that's not at trick-or-treat time. At trick-or-treat time, that temperature's probably going to be around 8 degrees or so, unless you're getting the kids out early, the younger ones, then it might be a little warmer than that.
Okay, thanks, Colette. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a good night.